There is evidence to suggest that families of disabled children can feel quite isolated, and some lose touch with friends and their existing social groups. Things which parents typically tend to do with their child, such as introducing them to their social network or organising a network of peers for their child and getting involved in the local community, are also things which parents of disabled children have said that they find more of a challenge. Some parents of disabled children have also said that they have experienced stigma and also a lack of understanding of their child's disability in society. So in this episode, the dads reflect on some of these experiences and discuss the importance of acceptance and understanding for them and for their family.
What you'll find, or what I've found certainly, is that there are a lot of friends and family and other parents that just won't get it, and you just have to kind of accept that they're not in your shoes. They don't really understand unless you're in that position, unless you've got a child with that disability. They won't understand. And so as much as people can be empathetic and they can kind of appear to sort of know what you're talking about, there's a lot of time where you just have to accept that they're never really going to truly understand because they're not in your shoes. And that's obviously the same with most things in life. Until you've kind of been there and done that, you're never going to truly understand.
It's one of those that you'll have friendship circles. They will unfortunately get smaller because, to be honest, I still think there's a massive sort of stigma behind mental health and sort of mental disabilities and physical disabilities that, a lot of people not necessarily don't want to be around it, just don't understand it.
Friends have died away over the years. I know that's a normal part of life, but it has been harder, pre-children. It was, your friends would phone up, do you want to come round the pub for a quick pint? You go, yeah, no problem, see you in 10 minutes. That all stopped once we'd got the diagnosis, because you couldn't just leave without preparing. And the friends who understood sort of died away over the years as well. But the friends that have stopped, I would say, are true friends now. So that is a positive.
Your partner is probably going to have their friendship group changed massively, which is really important for you as a dad to understand that your partner's probably going to get shunned from maybe her original group, maybe the group that she went to school with, maybe it's a work group. I don't know what type of group, but she might not get accepted as much, and you've got to understand that. And you can't change it, but you can do as much as you can to make them feel special and still involved and a part of everything. And they'll get new friends, and be it through Facebook, be that through children with disability groups or whatever, or different ways. Everyone will make new friends, and those friends will probably be more understanding to your situation.
We've been quite fortunate that the close group of friends that we've got, we have held on to, and they've been brilliant because they are close friends and they want to be involved and they want to understand and so on. Your casual friends, I think, drift away a little bit more, and that's fine. It's not brilliant, but I think as long as you can hold on to the people that you really trust and know that you can deal with and work things around, then that's great. And we've managed to do that, and we've got some really good friends, and we see lots of people. We've got some brilliant neighbours now, and everything's sort of dropping into place quite well.
I've probably got just a few close friends. I've not got a wide circle of friends. I've got a few close friends, and those friendships have remained as strong as ever. And luckily, the friends that I've got, they're quite inquisitive. They want to know. They want to understand. I've had quite a few long conversations where I've explained things and sort of, again, made them more aware, because because they haven't had no need to really understand it. There's obviously things that they wouldn't necessarily know. So I've been quite lucky in that respect.
Over the years now, my friendship circles diminished massively because I don't go out. I don't massively go out with my, a lot of my old mates as such. I think I bump into about 2 of them now and again, and we always try and at least like catch up every sort of 6 months to a year sometimes. But then we've got a lot of friends that are sort of like joint friends. We're quite a little close-knit little friendship group, and they understand Thomas's sort of needs as such, and they also understand Alfie's.
Because I have no friends that have children with a disability, so my social network is quite small, but everyone's got children and they all are okay with me and okay with my family, and they're like, how's everything going? And it's like, yeah, it's good. I mean, but there's this, we're doing that, but they can't see it from our side.
I think the one thing that sort of stands out is making friends with people that have autism in the family. As I've found that really beneficial, because again, it's you don't have to work very hard, and I'm not saying I did have to work hard with my friends, just that there's a lot of stuff that they just will know instantly, and they will just get it. So if you were trying to arrange, so with our friends, if we were trying to arrange, say, a night around their house, they know that my boys are scared of dogs. They've got to lock the dog away. They'll only eat this. They'll only drink that, and it's no big deal because their children are the same. And they have certain things that they'll do. So it never feels like you're, stretching that relationship and making it more difficult.
I think recognise who your friends are and look after them, and don't worry if people naturally drift away. That's life. That's what happens. You can go to a playground and you can see it. The other kids will speak to my son, and it's almost like a red flag goes up, and immediately they can see that there's something not right, and they'll just ignore him. They'll back away and off they go, and they go off and play. The nice ones, and the horrible ones start not picking on him, but you can just see that singling out and that behaviour, and he has no clue, no reference to it, does not recognise it, not at all. But as a parent, you see it and you want to protect him.
Taking him shocking was particularly problematic when he was younger, because obviously the sounds, the bright lights, and even if they change a little thing in the store, moving crisps from one aisle to another, that could set him off. And lots of times we'd be carrying him out over my shoulders. The looks from the other people in the shops were initially particularly hard. You found a form of embarrassment, not of your child itself, but just that everyone was looking disapprovingly at you and tutting and, he's not behaving. They just didn't understand that it's not that he's not behaving, it's just he can't cope, everything's too much.
People that don't know you will always see the way you are with your children, or the way your child is with you, and they'll look and give you that look over, or they'll wink, or they'll nudge their friend and they'll look at that over there. How's he going to deal with this now? Or look at that child. There's something not quite right. A lot of parents see it as a bit of a get out of jail free card or a cop out sometimes, because you see that reaction from some parents. But then there are other parents that I think maybe their child has additional needs, or they know of a child with additional needs, and they're a little bit more understanding.
You can bump into people in the street and they just think I've got naughty kids. And I'm just like, well, I can't be asked to explain it, to be honest. It's just, it will take me too long to explain it to you. And to be honest, the reasons why they're behaving like that, you probably won't understand it anyway. So a lot of the time is I'll just sort of, I'll ignore people. and just sort of like crack on with what we're doing.
And hopefully some of what we can achieve with this is try and raise awareness and get people's sort of level of understanding. And I'll absolutely say that I would have been exactly the same. My first thought would have been, you want to sort him out, and you want to tell him this, and you want to tell him that, and not even as a parent at the time, but I knew it all, and I know exactly what to do. And wow. But I think if other people could have just a little insight on what's going on and the pressure that you're under, just minute to minute, and you're always here, or I am, and yeah, so I think people could get a little insight into what's going on, and even 10% of people just changing the behaviour or whatever would be brilliant.